All right, so get ready for a deep dive
Ooh, deep dive.
into the world of Freemasons.
Okay.
Specifically, we're looking at this YouTube video
Yeah.
that you sent over
Yep.
featuring a hypnosis session with a woman named Ninon.
Okay.
Now,
Hypnosis.
before you say anything,
Yes.
I know what you're thinking. Hypnosis.
Is it legit?
It's that legit?
Right.
Well, whether you believe in the power of hypnosis or not,
Okay.
Ninon reveals some very specific details about the Freemasons.
Interesting.
Details that line up with some existing theories and historical claims, and some that take us into, well, let's just say uncharted territory.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
So
Let's
dive right in.
Okay.
Ninon starts by talking about the origins of the Freemasons.
Mm-hmm.
And right off the bat, she throws out a pretty bold claim.
Okay.
She says this organization is far older than officially acknowledged,
All right.
potentially going back 10,000 years.
10,000 years. Wow.
Yeah.
That's way back even before the ancient Egyptians. And speaking of the Egyptians, she draws a connection there too.
Interesting.
She mentions the Eye of Horus,
Okay.
a powerful symbol in ancient Egyptian mythology, which she says represents the pineal gland and a connection to higher consciousness.
Okay.
She also talks about something called the Merkaba,
Merkaba.
which she describes as a vehicle for dimensional travel.
Hold on, dimensional travel.
I know.
That's getting into some pretty wild territory.
It is, and it's important to remember that these are interpretations presented under hypnosis.
Right.
But if we entertain these ideas for a moment,
Yeah.
it raises some interesting questions.
For sure.
Could there be a lineage of knowledge and practices
Okay.
passed down from an ancient civilization, possibly even predating the Egyptians,
Wow.
that somehow influenced the formation of the Freemasons?
It definitely makes you wonder.
Yeah,
I mean, we know there are still so many gaps in our understanding of ancient history.
absolutely.
And even the Egyptians were fascinated with concepts like consciousness in the afterlife.
Totally.
Yeah.
And when you delve into the symbolism used by the Freemasons,
Okay.
you find recurring themes that echo some of these ancient ideas.
Like what?
Symbols like the Eye of Providence,
Right.
the use of gold, and various tools that represent intellectual prowess and reason.
Ninon even goes as far as to say there are Masonic codes hidden in plain sight,
Hidden in plain sight.
embedded in everyday objects and sacred texts.
Really?
She claims these codes are all around us if we know how to look for them.
That's a common thread in conspiracy theories surrounding secret societies.
Right.
The idea that they leave clues and messages hidden in symbols for those who are in the know.
Yeah.
Whether that's true or not is a whole other debate.
Of course.
But it's certainly an intriguing thought.
It is now, along with these claims about ancient origins and hidden symbols, Ninon drops another bombshell.
What's that?
She links the Freemasons to the Illuminati,
The Illuminati.
suggesting they're interconnected groups with shared goals of influencing the world, particularly in economics and politics.
Ah, the Illuminati.
Yeah,
That's a name that always sparks a lot of debate and speculation.
it does.
It's worth noting that there's no definitive historical evidence
Okay.
linking the Freemasons and the Illuminati in any formal way.
Right, but there are definitely overlapping themes and symbols.
I'll give you that.
And the idea of a group of powerful individuals
Okay.
working behind the scenes to shape world events is a persistent one,
It is.
whether it's based on reality or just a reflection of our anxieties about power and control.
That's an important point.
Yeah.
We often project our fears and uncertainties onto these secret societies,
Right.
creating narratives that may or may not reflect the truth. But it's precisely that ambiguity,
Okay.
that air of mystery,
Yeah.
that keeps us fascinated.
And Ninon definitely feeds into that fascination.
For sure.
She paints a picture of the Freemasons as guardians of hidden knowledge,
Okay.
claiming they possess secrets about humanity's true potential and the workings of the universe.
She even suggests that this knowledge is intentionally kept from the public
Really?
because it would be too dangerous or disruptive if widely known.
Wow.
This idea of elite knowledge, protected for the select few, is a recurring theme in esoteric and occult traditions.
So we've got ancient origins, hidden symbols,
Yes.
a possible connection to the Illuminati,
Right?
and claims of suppressed knowledge.
It's a lot to unpack.
It's already quite the deep dive.
Oh, yes.
And we're just getting started.
Can't wait to see what else she reveals. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of Freemasons through this fascinating YouTube video featuring Ninon's hypnotic journey.
You know, one thing that really struck me in the first part was the sheer scope of what Ninon described.
Oh, yeah.
She mentioned there are 15,000 Masonic lodges around the world.
15,000, that's a staggering number.
Right.
And she was careful to emphasize that those are just the lodges with real influence and power,
Okay.
suggesting the true extent of the organization is even larger.
It's like trying to grasp the size of a massive iceberg.
Yeah.
You only see the tip above the surface.
Precisely, and it begs the question, what is the purpose of such a vast network?
Yeah.
What are they trying to achieve with all this secrecy and influence?
Well, according to Ninon, the ultimate goal is power,
Power.
shaping the world according to their own agenda. She described a very hierarchical structure with chiefs at the top
Okay.
and layers of subordinates carrying out their orders.
It sounds a bit like a shadowy pyramid of power,
It does.
with decisions being made behind closed doors that affect all of us.
It definitely fuels that classic image of a secret society pulling the strings from the shadows.
Right.
And this isn't just some small group making decisions.
No.
Ninon even claimed that 30% of current members want to leave,
Wow.
but feel trapped by the organization's influence.
30%, that's a significant portion.
Yeah.
And it paints a rather unsettling picture of an organization that's difficult to escape once you're in.
Right. It raises questions about the nature of their oaths and the potential consequences of breaking them.
I see.
But what's interesting is that even within this seemingly rigid power structure, Ninon mentioned the presence of women in high-ranking positions.
That's right. Although she noted that women have to adopt a more masculine, emotionless persona
Really?
to navigate the upper echelons of the organization.
It makes you wonder if there's this constant push and pull between masculine and feminine energies within the Freemasons, reflecting the larger societal forces at play.
That's a fascinating observation.
Yeah.
It ties into the idea that the world is experiencing an energetic shift
Okay.
towards a more feminine frequency,
Interesting.
which Ninon suggested is creating challenges and internal conflicts within the Freemasons.
Perhaps this is a sign that even these ancient secretive organizations are not immune to the winds of change.
True.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about those intriguing origins Ninon described.
Okay.
She initially pointed to ancient Egypt, but then she revealed something even more mysterious.
What was that?
That large vessel inside a mountain that she mentioned.
A large vessel inside a mountain.
Yeah,
It almost sounds like science fiction.
it does.
A hidden spacecraft or a technologically advanced civilization existing beneath the surface?
It definitely sparked my imagination.
For sure.
Do you think she could be referring to some kind of advanced technology or knowledge that was passed down to the early Freemasons?
It's certainly possible.
Yeah.
There are countless stories and myths about lost civilizations and hidden knowledge throughout history.
That's true.
Perhaps the Freemasons, whether consciously or not, are tapping into a lineage that extends far beyond our recorded history.
And maybe that's part of the reason for their secrecy.
Secrecy.
They believe they are protecting knowledge that the world isn't ready for.
It's a common theme in esoteric traditions, the idea that certain truths are too dangerous for the uninitiated.
Ninon repeatedly emphasized that the Freemasons are determined to keep certain aspects of their knowledge hidden from the public.
She did.
She claimed they possess insights into humanity's true potential,
Okay.
the laws of the universe,
Interesting.
even the nature of reality itself.
It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it?
It is.
To imagine that there are groups out there who possess a deeper understanding of the world and our place in it.
For sure.
But it also raises ethical questions.
Or like what?
Who gets to decide what knowledge is safe for the masses?
Right.
And what are the implications of such control over information?
Absolutely. Ninon also shed some light on their use of symbols and codes,
Symbols and codes.
suggesting they are embedded in everyday objects, art, architecture, and even sacred texts.
She specifically mentioned the Eye of Providence, the color gold,
Right.
and various tools representing intellectual prowess.
Okay.
But she went even further,
Oh, yeah.
claiming there are Masonic codes hidden within computer systems and influential websites.
It's almost like she's suggesting their influence extends into the digital realm,
The digital realm.
weaving their symbolism into the fabric of the internet itself.
It's a reminder that even in the digital age,
Yeah.
symbols and hidden meanings hold a powerful sway over our minds.
So as we delve deeper into Ninon's hypnotic revelations,
Yes.
we're starting to piece together a complex picture of the Freemasons,
Okay.
ancient origins, a quest for power,
Right.
a vast network of influence,
For sure.
hidden knowledge,
Okay.
and a sophisticated system of symbols and codes.
It's like a puzzle with fascinatingly intricate pieces.
It is.
And there are still more to uncover. In the final part of our deep dive, we'll explore Ninon's insights into the darker side of Freemasonry.
Ooh, the darker side.
Their rituals and their connections to other powerful groups.
Be sure to join us for the final chapter of this captivating journey into the hidden world of the Freemasons. Okay, so we're back.
Back again.
For the final part of our deep dive.
I'm ready.
Into the world of Freemasons.
Yeah.
Guided by Ninon's hypnotic journey.
Let's do it.
We've uncovered some pretty mind-blowing stuff so far.
We have.
Ancient origins, secret codes, possible connections to the Illuminati.
Yeah, Ninon's given us a lot to think about.
She has, but now we're venturing into some of the darker aspects of her account. You ready for this?
Yeah, let's explore it all.
Okay, so one of the most unsettling things Ninon described was the Freemasons' initiation rituals.
Okay.
She actually used the word hazing.
Hazing.
Which suggests a deliberate infliction of pain or suffering.
Oh, wow.
As a test of loyalty and resilience.
That's a disturbing thought.
It is.
And it raises ethical questions about the psychological impact of such practices.
For sure.
If these rituals are designed to break someone down and then rebuild them according to the organization's principles,
right,
it raises concerns about manipulation and control.
It definitely adds a sinister layer to what we've been discussing.
Yeah.
And it aligns with Ninon's overall message about the Freemasons' desire for power and control.
Mm-hmm.
She also implied that these rituals test an individual's capacity for manipulation.
Interesting.
Suggesting that the ability to influence and control others is a highly valued trait within the organization.
That's a chilling thought.
It is. And then there's the element of the occult, which Ninon brought up several times.
The occult.
She mentioned black magic and connections to negative entities like reptilians.
I know those terms sound like they're straight out of a science fiction movie.
They do.
But it's clear that Ninon believes these elements are integral to the Freemasons' practices and beliefs.
Right. And while we can't verify those claims,
of course,
I think it's important to remember that symbolism and ritual play a significant role in many secret societies throughout history.
That's true.
Whether you interpret these practices literally or metaphorically,
right,
they speak to a desire to tap into hidden forces or knowledge that lies beyond the realm of ordinary experience.
It's like they're trying to access a power that most of us are unaware of, or maybe even afraid of. But here's the thing that really gets me.
What's that?
Ninon claims there's a shift happening within the Freemasons. She said some members, particularly newer recruits, are starting to question the organization's secrecy and its more controversial practices.
Interesting. If true, it suggests there might be a growing internal conflict within the Freemasons.
That conflict?
A clash between those who cling to the old ways and those who are seeking a more transparent and ethical approach.
Maybe it's a sign that even these age-old institutions are not immune to the changing tides of society.
I think so. As more people question authority and demand transparency, perhaps even secret societies like the Freemasons will be forced to adapt.
It's certainly possible. After all, history is full of examples of organizations that have had to evolve or face irrelevance.
It is, but let's circle back to the listener for a moment.
Okay.
What do you make of all this?
You've heard Ninon's account. We've heard our analysis. Now it's time to form your own conclusions.
Exactly. Do you think there's any truth to her claims?
Or is it all just a product of her subconscious mind?
This deep dive has been about exploring possibilities, not dictating answers. Maybe this sparks a curiosity in you to do your own research, to look for those hidden symbols Ninon talked about, or to simply question the narratives you've been told about power and control.
Exactly. We're not here to tell you what to believe.
That's right.
We're here to empower you to think critically, to ask questions, and to never stop exploring the mysteries of the world around us.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been fun.
And remember, keep an open mind.
Yes.
Keep questioning.
Keep searching.
And keep learning.